on Twitter or here. Just can go ahead and open up the project though. Branch. Actually, I'll do some project stuff before I open Xcode. Yay! Yo, Brett. Okay, it's working. Oh, Xcode's already been spawned. Awesome. Okay. So I'm working on some cool panels. I already have a branch for that. I guess I'll just leave it because I don't think I've done anything interesting. Okay. So, great. Thanks, Brett. We use Xcode to generate our project and stuff. With some custom stuff on top, which we can talk about another time. I'm going to make a new target called catalog. And there's the configuration. I'm just going to copy the apps configuration. I scaled my monitor's resolution down to make the stream a little better, but it's not used to. Alright, so for now we're just going to use does a long UI depend on preferences? It does. I guess we need screen flash too. We don't need entitlements. Little echo. The echo is real. Okay. What are we doing? Let me look. Thank you for reporting. Oh, I think I know. How's that? Better? Should be good. I know there's a delay from like my changes to the stream, but I'm pretty sure that's it. If anyone can confirm, that would be cool. Okay. We don't need that. Okay, great. Yeah, I had the camera mic on as well as the real mic, so thank you. Okay, we'll make a new directory. I guess I could have done this in VS Code, whatever. Sources, and I guess we'll just copy the app delegate. And my goal here is just to get like a hello world other app going here, so we can just do some really basic stuff. Delete a bunch of things. Great. Don't need that. I don't usually edit this in code, so the indentation is crazy. And scene delegate. Great. Although here we're just gonna instead make a new view controller. I should switch to Xcode. We'll do that in a second. I waited for autocomplete and it didn't because I should use Xcode. Okay, that should be enough. Let's join the project. Catalog is missing resources. Yes. Okay, we'll copy that to. What are we going to delete? We'll keep that, I guess. We don't need the fonts. Don't need the settings bundle. I guess we can leave that stuff. But we didn't need the icon. Okay, let's try that. Cool. Close that window. Great. Okay, so if we pick catalog and run it, I'll usually use 8 just because it fits better. What am I doing? All right, simulator, where you at? Oh yeah, I should really do not disturb. Good call. Failed to build. Okay, what are we doing? Needs assigning identity. Dang. Let's copy that. not too exciting getting set up here, but what is the starting identity? I guess it's over here. I spelled catalog wrong. That's cool. Which should matter, but automatically manage. Why is it not? Code sign. Screen corners. Oh, I see. It's because it's static. We don't need to double depend on it. Got it. Cool. Okay. That regenerates the project. And should be good to go now. What is there? We need an icon. Frustrating. Just copy the dev one. And over here, we have the icon name. Okay, info plist. So much bootstrapping. First time I've made a second app target in this project, so this isn't very streamlined. Don't need any of that. Don't need that. Don't need that. There's probably some stuff in here we don't need, but for now I'm just gonna do that so we can get going. Thanks, Bren. Do need more proto buffs. React Native, yeah, that sounds awesome. I hate you. Thanks. Yeah, week's going okay. I've been so tired the last 2 days. Hey, Keith. Man, I miss you. That's the summary of this project so far. Keith is like the iOS tools wizard over at Lyft. Cool. We're building, so that's some progress. Very exciting. My left audio is only in left channel. Okay, let's fix that. Is there settings? Properties? Nope. I don't do this very often. Oh, here it is. Mono. There we go. I think that's it. Yep, that should be it. Let me know in the chat if that wasn't it. Okay, sweet. Okay, we got a red screen. We did some stuff. Hooray. Okay, so the point of this new target is I can run this in the simulator. The main app, since it uses Sign with Apple and the camera so much, I always run it on the device, which is pretty annoying. So, especially for streaming. So yeah, we got a thing here. So, let's make some stuff. Yay, fixed. Okay. So we'll just make a new view controller that's like all of the demos we're going to show. Oh, and maybe I should use SwiftUI for this. That would be cool. I don't have very much SwiftUI in the app, but I want to add some more. But I feel like you all watching me struggle through learning how to do it is not going to be interesting, but whatever. We're going to do it. Okay. We're going to do it. SwiftUI view. Demos view. This bug drives me nuts. Enter doesn't work in this dialog. And it's my own fault for not filing it, but it does drive me nuts. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is kind of what I assumed. Demo views preview not found. What does that mean? That's not the error I was expecting. Oh, all right. That'll do it for sure. What is this called? Enable previews. Cool. Let's turn that on. Well, I'll just do it here in the thing for now. See if that fixes it. Oh, that's not what I was testing. Why is it over there now? How do I? Whatever. Oh, there we go. In the chat, what's the biggest challenge you've ran into building along? I think the biggest challenge is learning when to polish things and when not to. So the first couple weeks, we had it sort of working pretty quickly, but it was unusably bad. And we're like, okay, we'll just polish a little bit to prove it out. Oh yeah. And that's kind of a back and forth. I don't want to over-engineer it, but I also it needs to be usable. So that's been a big back and forth. I guess engineering-wise, I spent a lot of time on data stuff, getting all the data to be consistent all the time. Just something I haven't done in a long time. And I guess I spent a lot of time on video stuff too, and the camera. A lot of stuff. None of it's that hard. It's just some of it's really tedious. So anyway. Okay. So I can hide this, I guess. Let's make a new list. We need a navigation controller. How do you do this? I've only done this a few times. Nope, that's not the thing. Oh, I think it's a property. Okay. Brennan in the chat. Brendan's my co-founder. He said FFmpeg flags, which is totally true. I've spent so much time, trying to compile FFmpeg, which, oh my gosh, literal days just trying to compile the thing. We need some custom plugins, so that's why I had to make my own. And then once I have it compiled, passing the right flags to get it to do the right. Gosh, so much time. I'm just gonna Google up how to make a table view in SwiftUI because I don't want to try to. I mean, how else do you use SwiftUI, right? You just Google the thing. This sounds like a good one. Oh yeah, hacking in Swift. This guy's great. How to get. Just I don't want to read really. Is there? Great. Okay. I thought there's a thing for navigation. How do you do that? Dang. Okay. Well, I really want to be productive tonight, so we're going to pass on the SwiftUI stuff. I'll do this another time. But it's kind of embarrassing how little I can do in SwiftUI, having worked on iOS a pretty long time. All right, demos, view controller. No, I'm just going to call this panel demo view controller because that's what I really want to make tonight. Okay. View controller is just a subclass of UI view controller that adds a few convenience things. Just make sure we're on screen, and then we're in app delegate for catalog. that one. Nope. Scene delegates, what we want. And instead going to do a panel demo view controller. Great. Yeah, if you're wanting to learn Swift, the Hacking in Swift website is awesome. Super recommend. Navigation view. That's what I'm looking for. Thank you. Well, I'm already giving up. Yeah. Coming from Rails, I think iOS isn't. I mean, iOS is pretty hard to learn in general. It's just very different than most things. Not impossible for sure. It's just like not similar to web development. But I really like Rails. Along's backend is Rails. Okay. So we're just going to put a button in the middle of the screen that launches a panel, and then we're going to work on the panel the rest of the night. So we're going to make a button. What keyword I'm using? Dave asks. Oh, geez. I'm really bad at multiple windows. I always... this is the keyword I'm using, Dave. Is it super loud? It's probably super loud. Again, I haven't streamed in years, so it's probably too loud. I lent my Apple one to a friend. Otherwise, I'd probably switch to that. Okay, button. We're gonna make a new button. What is this? I don't remember. Super simple button. Okay, we'll make a UI button instead of my custom one for now. Cool. Oh, gotta add the view to the. Yep, that would help. Cool. This pen thing is based on Kyle's Pinnable library, but it's my own custom implementation before he open sourced it. Just like what I remember he wrote at Lyft. It's a really good idea. Which is based on something we worked on together at another company. Anyway, dark text, sure. Is it not on screen? Oh, it's not tent color. It's text color. Man, I am a bit out of practice with vanilla. UI kit. Cool. What's going on? Oh, there we go. Okay, great. Tap the thing. Hi. Okay, we got a button on screen. Oof, that took too long. Okay. Thanks, SwiftUI. So I'm going to make another view controller inside of Along UI, which is our shared UI library. Panel, I think I already have a thing called this. I'm going to make it in catalog for now, and then I'll refactor that other thing later. Because that's totally, I'll just do it now. It's fine. Okay. So this is, I'm just going to call this the Listview Controller, which I'm sure will get renamed later. I made this super simple static list thing with collection view. That's what that is. So let's commit some stuff. Great. Okay. Nope. Put that in the wrong module. Okay. see a pattern here. I like to get things like sort of working and then iterate instead of writing a bunch of code. I also always label like overrides by class. So if I was overriding like this object, it would go above since it's above view controller, and then get the idea. Okay, so in the demo, when you tap this, we want to make a new panel. Xcode hasn't caught up yet. I'll just compile in the background. And we will present the panel. Cool. So this should be like pretty hideous, but yeah, I gotta think. Okay, so the whole point of this is, one, we want a custom presentation, so you can interactively drag it down, like very similar to this one, only I don't want the back one to shrink. I want to put like a black thing, and then I want this to be like to auto size to its content, so it'll be like small or large, and then it can like expand and stuff. So I don't know why it went away. Anyway, so I need to make a custom presentation is what we're doing, and that is going to take some time. In my opinion, it is the worst API in UIKit. Not to be negative about it, it's just really complicated, and it doesn't. It's really, you have a lot of control, which isn't always what you want. Okay, so we're basically done in catalog for now. I guess for the list, I could have used my Listview controller. I already have, but it's fine. Okay, let's make a new folder. And we need to make a custom presentation. And I'm going to Google so much stuff during this because I can never remember any of this. I've done this so many times too. One of my things in the subclass is you can just override a init. You don't have to like init with coder or fatal error, or call nib init with dim name coder or bundle, whatever it's called. Anyway, fan of that. Okay, so this is modal presentation style is custom. Great. And then presentation controller delegate. No. How do you do this? Okay. Presentation. Doesn't talk about custom. Cool. Provides presentation. I think this is what I want. Let's see. What does this delegate do? Is that the right thing? Adaptive presentation controller delegate. But this thing is just called presentation controller. Ugh. Okay. Does this have required methods? We're about to find out. It does not. Okay. View controller for adaptive presentation style. Is this new? No, that's the 8 one. Yeah. Okay. Should did attempt will present let's try will present. Wow, that's a method. All right. Nope. Okay. Oh, well, oh yeah, that makes sense. I don't think this is what, maybe we need it in load. Maybe it's not available when you, well, let's just find out. I didn't need to rebuild. That's all right. Thanks, Dave. Look at me using LODB. It's my friend Dave Lee. We worked at Lyft together. Now he works on LODB at Apple. This sure has taken a while, Dave. What's sex code? Present. Can we variables view? Nope. Oh, there we go. Okay. Cool. Let's try it down here. Alright, yeah, don't need to just breakpoint. It's fine. I'm definitely going to Google this in a second instead of trying to figure it out. We have one. Great. Okay. Okay, great. We have a thing. So, how does this thing work? It's probably some stuff in here. A set of methods that in conjunction define. Okay. Your delegate can suggest a new presentation style or an entirely new controller. Okay. Guess we can read this first. I'm kind of trying to read the Apple Docs instead of some blog post and copy and pasting stuff. I don't know. I feel like I can never really get my head around this API. Gosh, this is a lot of code or stuff. So I kind of want to read it, but also that's like the most boring thing ever on a stream. So whatever. Okay. I sort of already know that part. Okay, well, cool. Size classes, don't care about that. Fine, okay. That wasn't that helpful, actually. Okay. Modal presentation style. Oh, we already know that. Okay. Adaptive style for... We can just do that here, I guess, instead of here. So that's cool. Adaptive style for controller. We'll just return custom, which will be ourself. Let's see if this still works. Cool. Okay. Interesting. It doesn't... Huh. You know, it's still using the system one. Okay. Well, figure some stuff out. Okay. Adaptive style for... Are one of these deprecated? Or they're just both? Or whatever. Okay. Presentation. View controller for adaptive style. Oh, I think this is for like the split view magic that Apple does. Maybe this is the wrong API. Yeah, I don't want... Do I want a presentation one? I think I want a transition. Is that a different thing? Modal transition style. No, that's the old. That's from like 3.0, right? Super old. Yeah, 3.0. Useless knowledge that I know that. Is it in the presentation controller? Oh, you need to make a custom one. That's right. I'm remembering now. Okay. So I think instead here we just okay, and then we made a presentations folder, and we will make a presentation. Sure. Did I put this in the wrong module again? Yep. Okay. How do you set it? Okay. Ugh, all right. Yeah, it's a different thing. Hmm. Medium's even worse. All right, fine. Yeah, okay, I know it makes one. How do you... You need to make a transitioning delegate. Okay. Oh, jeez. Broke my headphone adapter. There it is. Okay. That is what I'm remembering. Okay. This definitely didn't seem right. Okay, but I still need this. Transitioning delegate is self. No required things, really? All right. Animated. There it is. Okay. Oops. The red's killing me, so I'm just going to get rid of it. Is it... Okay, it's not calling this. Why is that? What else is in here? I bet we have to set that custom thing here. Modal transition style. No, that's the other thing. Yeah, I don't remember doing it in the presentation, so I think that's the other place. This shouldn't be public because it's a private thing. Great, 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 great. Okay, yeah, so this custom tells it to use the transition delegate. We'll continue. And yay, okay, and nothing happens, which is exactly what we want. Okay, so now we can do the things that we want to do in here, which is like all of the guts. So what does presentation controller? I once tried to build this in an interview, which was, I mean, I got the job, but I definitely didn't succeed. Okay. Should present in full screen. Defaults to yes, great. Should remove presenter's view. Defaults to no, great. Transition will begin. Okay. Oh, jeez. Actually, I don't know if we need this hook anymore, since we're going to do all of it here. So I'm just going to get rid of all of this. Are you supposed to call super on this? Probably, but just curious. Default implementation is nothing. Okay. We need to get the coordinator and do the thing. Okay. So we have the context. What's it called? Jeez. So for now, let's just make a dim view. That's not what that's called. Jeez. We'll say it's, I don't know, 50% for now. I'm sure I'll change this. I haven't looked at the designs in quite some time, but we can, that's easy to tweak. Okay. So we can say what is this? Container view. And then we can guard that this is around too, because if this isn't here, we can't really do anything. We can start this out with no alpha. And then here we can say dim view.alpha is 1. Yeah. Cool. That's, you tried Xcode. Okay. It's really Swift, not Xcode. I don't want to blame the wrong people. Okay, nothing worked. Let's see. Does this even get called? I should have just missed button in here so we can run this multiple times. Okay, it does get called. Do we have stuff? We do. Why? Oh, I think I have to like tell it to finish or something. I should just leave this thing open. As much as I dislike doing this. Oof. That's yeah. Why didn't it work? Huh. Oh, I thought I saw it back there. Oh, yeah, the other view is on top of it. Okay, so let's change that. Which there's a thing for that. Frame of... Yeah, okay. So... frame of presented view in container view. And what's the default? Okay, so... and we'll say rec.size.height equals, we'll just say 200 for now. And we'll come back to making that actual. So we should, great. Okay, yeah, we got our thing. I'm going to make the demo view controller have a background so we can just see it a little better. Sure, that one seems fine. Just so we can tell what's what. That's still, dang it, I need to fix that. I think green's going to be pretty intense. Whatever, it's fine. Okay, so we got our dim view, and it animates along the thing, which is fantastic. So we can also make this stay at the bottom, so rec.origin.y equals and that's going to be the container frame height minus the rect height. Okay. Seems good. Sweet, look at that. Okay. Now let's make tapping the dim view dismiss the thing. So that's easy to do. There's probably a better place than transition will begin. Is there like a better hook? I don't think so. Maybe in just a knit we can set more stuff up. That seems better. I don't want to do like too much like setup in the like make it present. You know, that seems kind of the wrong spot for it. Presented, present in. Cool. Jeez, hit myself in the face. Using this isn't that accessible. Granted, my whole app right now doesn't support VoiceOver, which we definitely plan to do. Just haven't worked on it yet. But there should be like an X or like a close button in the panel to explicitly close it. That would be like much more accessible in VoiceOver than like scrolling to this like invisible like or just like this giant view. It kind of just doesn't make sense like in the hierarchy. So I don't mind using something that's not super accessible here because it's like the wrong, you wouldn't do that anyway. So, if that makes sense. Okay. We'll just call it dismiss presented. Sure. Won't be explicit. Okay, and we'll add this to dim view add gesture recognizer tap. Oh, well, that's fine because it takes parameters, so it can't be an action. Okay. Presented view controller dismiss true. Okay. Look at that. Okay. So while we're dismissing, dismiss will begin. We can do the same thing and hide the dim view. So I think everything gets thrown away at the end. Let's find out. So this should fade it out, and then afterwards I'm going to use the view inspector to make sure that everything's gone. Perfect. Okay. I don't think I need to explicitly remove the dim view is what I'm saying. Yeah, it's gone. Sweet. Okay. Is my mic peaking? No. Okay. Sorry. Well, awesome. That's pretty fantastic. We can't drag it down yet or do anything, but we at least have a panel. So I'm going to commit this because we're making some progress. Gosh. It's like, when someone's watching you type, you just like can't type. So that's what's happening. Okay. Okay. What are we doing? I'm going to open up the designs, and I guess I'll do it on another display because I don't know if I should show those. Whoop. Can I move it fast enough? I'll just pull up the panel and then gosh, I just like Figma. Or whatever, it doesn't matter. Okay. So I'm going to add I need to like round the corners and add a shadow behind it and stuff. And then we'll probably need to add some options for, because sometimes it doesn't dim the background, sometimes it does, so we'll need to do that. I'm just going to make a list in my PR that I'm going to make. Sure, you can send me notifications. Did it just die? I'm guessing that's why it pushed. No? Okay. Well, whatever. Oh, reconnections. Okay, yeah. The stream died for a second. Okay, well, we're back. Sorry about that. My whole computer froze. If you don't mind, someone in the chat, just confirm that you can still hear me. Someone asked if I've been podcasting again, and I haven't, but I was thinking about it. I don't know. Bryn doesn't want to, which is fine. I mean, we do spend a lot of time talking to each other, so we don't need more, I suppose. I don't really have any good enough ideas to do it on my own. I was trying to start it with a couple friends. Started a podcast a couple months ago now at this point. But no one was like passionate enough about a specific idea, so we kind of never followed through on it. Yay, I'm back. Thanks. I don't know. I just opened Safari and everything froze. Like I couldn't type. Touch bars froze and everything. Anyway. All right. So we need option to disable dim. Round corners, panel shadow. auto size the panel to its content, and transition between panel content. So I don't know how this is going to work. If this is part of the presentation, or if this is going to be part of the panel itself. Maybe in the presentation, the panel should be full screen, and then the actual sizing is done inside the panel. I haven't decided. Yeah, I think probably the reason my computer died is because I had Figma open and the stream at the same time, and it's just struggling. Anyway, okay. Let's create a draft PR. This is how I usually work. I'll make a draft PR and then make a to-do list of the details and go through them, because usually one PR is nice, is one ticket in our system. So these are just details. So instead of sprinkling to-dos everywhere in the code, I'll usually do this instead. Gosh, I've had this cough for a month now. So annoying. I got a COVID test. It's not COVID, just a cough. Anyway. All right. What do we want to do? I guess, because I also want to make a fake nav bar and stuff. Which I haven't really decided how I want to implement that. I was thinking it could consume navigation items and just re-implement everything. The reason is the design has the nav bar taller and kind of a different style than the standard one, because it's in the panel, which I think looks really nice, but you just can't customize the standard one. And I also don't want navigation controllers push and pop animations. It'll be something else. So I was making a custom one doesn't seem that crazy. I mean, it's definitely nuts, or kind of dumb. I've been putting this off for a while. At the beginning of the stream, I mentioned the hardest thing in a long is deciding when to polish. And we use the panel on every screen. So I'm using this third-party one now that's pretty crappy, that I had to hack a bunch to get navigation controllers to work. So decided it was worth to just take some time and make a custom one that's good and feels polished, and then we can use it everywhere. So as much as I hate spending time on a custom component like this, it's fine. Not that I've against anything against custom components. It's more that this isn't mission critical to our business. But I think it's important to make the app feel polished. And we're trying to make it feel a little more refined before we invite more people. So that's kind of the idea here. Anyway, gosh, it's a freaking cough. Not a fan. All right. Okay, well, let's just start going through them. Option to dim. Keep doing that. Okay. I don't know. I had to break one here. Okay. So, what are we doing? Also, this. Whatever. It's fine. Panel view controller. So, I guess we'll just add a property. Properties. Yeah. Okay. Jeez. And then here we'll just set it. And we'll make a property over there. Oops. The reason being this is totally private to the to this module. So for now we can. Well, we're definitely gonna do other stuff in here. So I'm just gonna I could just if here return, but instead I'm gonna do it further in because I know I'm gonna need this later. Actually, I'll do it up here. So, geez, I'll leave the rest the same just to have fewer deviations in code paths. So it'll still animate it. It just won't be on screen. I'm not worried about performance drawbacks for this since it's one view. This is just keeping it from being added to the view hierarchy, so it should be fine. I'm pretty sure iOS is smart enough to not draw anything because these are off screen, but if it is a problem, I can always change it. But I think this is probably the cleanest thing here, is to intentionally be a little bit wasteful, just so we don't have if and else statements and all of these things, because will begin and will dismiss and present definitely start to get pretty huge as you make a custom presentation. So I want to try to keep it a little simpler. So this should be exactly the same because I didn't change it. Oh, I defaulted it to off. Well, it works. Great. We'll default it to on. Or I'll leave it off, I guess. Well, I'll leave it on. I think we'll see. I don't remember what is the most useful, but for now we will default to on. Great. So that works. Cool. Okay, let's round some corners. So how are we going to do that? Okay, I think this is going to be I think what we're going to do is have what are we going to do? Sorry. I think what we'll have is the presentation controller is going to ask the panel what size it should be, and then it'll use that here. And then the panel will be able to resize itself inside the container. So when I add the container, when I add it to container, I think there's a method for that somewhere. I don't remember. There's not. I don't know. Whatever. We'll figure it out. But I'll add some constraints that's we'll have a less than the top, and then the thing can resize itself. That's kind of the idea here. So it'll be pretty auto layouty. So yeah, okay. Panel view controller. We're gonna import screen corners, another library with my good friend Kyle. And view did load, we'll say view.layer.corner radius is UI screen main.corner display corner radius, and we'll say a minimum of I already closed Figma. I'm not gonna reopen it. I'm just gonna say 16 for now. So on an iPhone 10, this is gonna be the radius of the actual display. On an 8, there isn't a radius; it's squared off. So on those devices, it'll be 16, because on the 10, the radius is enormous. So anyway, that's the thing there, and we'll also set the corner curve to continuous, so it's the weird hyperlapse thing. So that should be that. Let's see. Sweet. Easy enough. Oh, it's doing it down here. Ha! It doesn't match the simulators thing. So let's just set the layer.corner masked corners, I think. Max, geez, min x, min y, max x, min y, I think is what we want. Great. Okay. Well, that was easy enough. Okay. Corners. Check. Round to corners. I'll add the shadow. Well, I'll just connect on it. Can't type. Okay. I really don't want to open Figma again because I think it's going to destroy my computer. View.layer, shadow, color. I'm just going to... I'll do the shadow later. I don't want to destroy my computer. No, I used to have it. Someone asked if I'm using Apple Silicon. I used to have a M1 Mac. I bought it like right when it came out. I had a 13-inch MacBook Pro, which was awesome. The best computer I've ever owned. Like, just so fantastic. But I do a lot of work not at my desk. I use a 27-inch LG 5K display, which is so good. I almost always, I'll say it, I always use a single display, with the exception of streaming, so I can have the chat not on the stream. Which I really prefer. So then when I'm working like not at my desk, having the tiny display was just rough after like a couple weeks of using it. So I returned it. I have a maxed out 16-inch from 2020, and it's so slow compared to the M1, which is crazy to have like the nicest Mac you can buy, or nicest Mac laptop you can buy, like not that much earlier. I will definitely be getting another M1 as soon as they come out with larger displays. I don't want a 16-inch. I think it's a little too big, but 13 is like a little small for my use. I really wanted to make it work, but couldn't get into it. Okay, coming back to the shadow. So let's do some content. So gosh, I keep hiding Safari, which hides the chat. I'll have to do the chat in Chrome or something next time. No, that'll make my computer really crawl. Okay, so I used to have like another computer for streaming to like capture the output from my Mac I'm using and like broadcast on the other Mac, but silly. I don't stream that much anymore, so maybe if I get into it more, I'll get a Mac Mini, but for now, this is fine. They comment that my builds are fast. It's like, well, this project is tiny compared to like real things. Also, this like sample app is just building this one module that's like really small, and like these 3 source files. So builds are pretty quick. Anyway. Yeah. Okay. So, but builds on the M1 are even faster. It's nuts. It's such a good computer. Super recommend. Okay. Content. Okay. So I have a container view controller that I use in a lot of places, and this is just a really simple thing that like manages children and then like forward stuff. It's like super simple, right? Okay. So what we'll do in the demo view controller, let's first test the children or the child. Content is a list view controller, and the content dot rows. Great. It's going to be row with a. Apparently, you have to have an icon. Great. This didn't make this very flexible. It needs to be medium icon, which that one is. Okay. I'll just add like a handful of rows. Icon, add sticker, medium. Great. Let's add 5. Advanced is medium. I think almost every icon has a medium variant, but just to check. Bug. I think I have an all, whatever, that's fine. And check mark. Okay. Okay, sweet. There's my really simple list view controller thing. Okay, so we have our list, and now we can do this panel.content. It's content, and we should be able to see it in the panel with the mask corners and stuff. And that didn't work. Why not? I think we need Eclipse to bounds somewhere, which I'll do in container. You did load super. Which is going to be annoying when we do shadows, but we'll get to that. Sweet. Okay. Yeah, that was the list view controller sticking out of the panel view controller. Okay, and then, yeah, we have the height hard-coded, so let's fix that. Annoying about the scroll bar, too. I'll have to do something about that. Okay. I'm going to switch to a bigger device so we can see the bottom corners, too, because we'll need to handle safe areas. I appreciate the encouragement. This is definitely going easier than I expected it to go. So that's cool. Thanks, Apple. Where's the simulator? There it is. Nice. Well, safe areas are working, so that's cool. Let's do the auto sizing now. Okay. What are we doing? We're doing auto sizing. Okay. So this is already, it's already constrained everywhere. So I think we just need to do it in here for now, but that's not going to resize. Huh. I'm not sure how this is going to work, but let's figure it out. Okay. So frame of presented view. Do we have the view controller at this point? We should, because we initialized with it. Presented view controller dot view. Great. Okay. So that's going to be fine. Presented view dot system layout size fitting target size. Okay, perfect. That should be what we want, I think. Let's see. Dang. Move it to the bottom. Height minus rec dot height. And then we'll move it to the middle in case it's not full width. Rec dot width minus container frame. Okay, I think we need some. Oh, I think we need to tell it as small as we can. So we'll do CG size. Width is container frame dot width, and this is going to be UI view no intrinsic. What's that called? I'll try that. Nope, that's not it. How do you do that? I can never remember how to use this API. Oh, there's another one with more options. There we go. Cool. Okay. Target size is container frame dot size. Horizontal fitting priority is required, and this is going to be default low. I think, because like that one can break. Damn. Maybe back to the 0 thing and have it grow. I could probably just use 0 here, but whatever. Ugh, frustrating. Maybe I should just lay out subviews and I don't know. Okay, it's full height. Why is it? Oh, I know why. It's because I used a collection view, which has no intrinsic height. If I just put some random view there, it should be fine. So I think this actually is what we want. We just need to deal with collection view not having an intrinsic height, is my guess. So I'm just going to put a label in there, and that should work. Let's test that. Make a new label. That should be okay. Let's try that. So we should get a really small panel that just fits the label. Kind of. If it grows, we know it's working. If it doesn't, it doesn't work. Oh, it is growing. Okay. I think we're just not accounting for the safe area. So let's do that. Presentation. Okay. So rect dot size dot height plus equals container view, or I guess we should do presented view dot this doesn't seem right, but let's try this. I really like one that like does this the right way. That's not working. Maybe this has insets. Probably not. Does it? I think it does. How about that? Okay. Let's just make this look a little nicer. Yeah, look at that. All right, this 16 is just like inside, and then we're getting like the additional insets on the bottom here. So cool. If I make a background on the label, we should be able to see that. Wash background. Wash border is fine. Someone asks, would you change your list collection view subclass to have an intrinsic height at this point if you were trying to solve the list height issue? This is James. Yeah, so I'm going to do that next. I just wanted to make sure that this was working before I fight with the collection view, because I'd hate to like make a bunch of changes here and then it wouldn't be like I need to make sure that like this is going to respect intrinsic stuff before I do that. And it looks like it's not doing the bottom right, because why is there padding above and below? That doesn't make sense. Huh. Oh, I know why. Okay. I'm going to get rid of this just for testing. Okay, so right now I'm pinning it to... Oh, I do need this. I'm pinning it to the super view, and I need to pin it to the safe area, which would probably solve all my problems. To content.view.safeAreaGuide. And I think that I don't need these hacks, which is great. No. Okay, that wasn't it. Maybe I do need these. Let's see. I think I do. Yeah. Yeah, perfect. Because that should be, what is the safe area? $34. That looks like 34 to me. Yeah, I feel good about that. So if we here instead, which I'll need to change how this works in the panel, so this is good to know. Insets. We should see a bigger white space on the bottom. Perfect. Okay. Crushing it. Feeling awesome. Okay. Sorry not to pat myself on the back too much here. I'm going to go ahead and commit this, though. Okay. Thanks, James. I used to stream a lot. She's like years and years ago, but it's been a while. Okay, so we got the Listview controller, and I think what I'll do is set some property that I need a name for. Auto intrinsic intrinsic I don't know. Sure. I don't know. This is not a good name. I need to think about it more. We'll implement this in a minute. I have an idea. Actually, that shouldn't be too hard to make. For the panel view controller, there's a thing in here. This one we'll need to change. So this is gets called when the container view controller adds the view to itself, and we'll need to do to the safe area guide. Thanks. Someone says along is a good name. Bryn came up with that, not me. We had a bunch of like follow along puns for a bit, and get along. We've kind of like stopped using those, but yeah, I do like those. Okay, so great. Okay. Oh, interesting. Do I not need? Let's go back to the demo. I think then I don't need it here, which would be good because I don't want to have to like think about that ever. Yeah, sweet. Okay, perfect. So before the panel was stretching its content to like fill its entire self, and now we're stretching it to just fit the panel. And do we need this still? I think. So my rationale, I'm gonna comment because I need to remember. Okay. When we measure, we don't take into account the safe area, so we need to add it again. Easy enough. Okay, feeling good. Demo view controller. Back to the panel, the list. I'm just going to comment this out because we'll probably need it again in a second. List view controller. Okay, so auto sizes. Gosh, whatever. Okay, so my thought is somewhere, I'm not totally sure where yet, I'll need to check this bool, and then if so, do the system size fitting thing on the collection view, and then set the height constraint of the view controller's view to match that height. Or probably I'll set it on the collection view so I'm not messing with the view controller's view that much. I guess I'll need to refresh this whenever the content changes, which I do know when that happens. So I guess I could just do it on that, change it. So, okay. So we good. We'll make a new property here. Where's it? I use this pattern all the time. I should make a property wrapper for this. When I'm about to set it, deactivate the old one. When I set a new one, activate the new one. Like super simple. That way you can just like nail this out or set it and it'll like manage it for you. Property wrapper would be cool. I don't want to get distracted. That does sound fun though. Okay. So what we'll do on rows did change, we will, so I don't use two screens. Something changed over there. I don't know what it was. It's such a bad name. I'm just gonna guard. Height constraint is going to equal collection view dot height anchor constraint equal to constant the height, and we need to measure the height, and this is going to be collection view system size fitting target size view dot bounds, I guess, size dot height. It probably needs more fanciness, but we'll try this for now. Okay. Does this work? I doubt this will work. Let's try it. Thanks, Kevin. No, it didn't work. And we got some auto layout problems. Great. Okay. We just measured the height completely wrong is the first problem. Okay, so let's figure this out. Okay. What's the height? I guess like 300 something. Yeah, so it's just like completely off. What is view.bounds? Okay, it's full screen. I think, how do we measure this in the other thing? I've already forgot. Presentation. Do we measure to 0? Yeah. Okay, we'll do the same thing here. Okay. Target size is going to be view.bounds.width. And then the height is going to be collection view. Okay. Nope. Not at all. What? No. Is there a way to measure a collection view better? I could lay out if needed. That could be it. Let's try that. Well, I'll just do it in terminal. Console, whatever. Okay. So if we print the height, it's basically empty. And if we do layout if needed, and now if we do this, maybe this is async. This is disgusting, but I'm just going to try it real quick just to rule this out. Yep. Love auto layout. When it works, it's awesome. And this won't be that hard. This is like self-sizing in a collection view is admittedly a difficult thing. Okay. I'm going to leave all this async stuff here just to roll this out, and we'll come back and definitely delete it. Maybe I can ask the layout for the size. That's kind of what I was thinking. Collection view layout, collection view content size. Okay, let's try that. I think I have a reference to it, yeah. Okay. So async things make debugging difficult, so I'll take it out. Okay. Rows is stuff. Okay, we definitely have content. And we can say collection view layout, collection view content size. It's 0. Why is it 0? Why do we have to force this to layout somehow? Prepare. Prepare. Nope. What does this return? Nothing. It just, okay, whatever. Finalize. That's not what we want. Invalidate. Prepare. Huh. Oof, that's not a good way to do that. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah. Good, glad this is helpful, Kevin. Okay, I think this is a better solution than what I was doing because I'd rather have it in the view. So I don't really want to do that. I'll do it out here for now, just to, it's fine, but I'll probably want to customize this later. Okay, so rows did change. Do we have, is content view a thing? Collection view, content size. It's still 0. What is, I don't think we're on screen yet. Yeah, that's why. So I'm going to do this. Terrible name. Okay. And then we'll do view did layout subviews. Super view did layout subviews. Update height. So when the width changes, it'll update the height. I think this is still not going to work because we don't have any size when we start. Yeah, that's why. Okay, so where do we pin edges? Yeah, it's already angry. Oh, it's recursive, that's why. Well, whatever. It's fine. Okay. And then our collection view has a size. Great. And we have a content size? We do. Great. Is that the same as this? It is. Fantastic. I'd rather use this than the other thing. I think we want to do view.layout subviews here instead. And then over here, we'll do it. I don't want to waste a call to layout if needed. If we don't have to, even though there's like a double check here, still. Oh, I guess we want to always do this. Okay. The reason I don't want to do this in update height is I don't want to have it happen in, like, keep happening with did layout subviews. Look at that. All right. We still have some auto layout errors. I'm guessing these are all due to it being 0 for a second. I should probably guard that. But let's just fix all the problems, and then I'll explain it again just to make sure. Okay, is this ever getting hit? I don't know if this guard actually helps. No, okay. Well. All right, let's just do this once and read through it. All right. We've got a bunch of these. We'll start on the first one. We have okay, so it's a vertical thing. We have the top, the bottom, the height equals 280, and it's also setting the encapsulated height here. So the problem is this. I'll just set the priority to low. That should be fine. Actually, it's going to be this one I want low because I want it to hug the bottom. Cool. So before I was forcing it to be full screen, and now that I'm changing the height, it can't be full screen, so that's why it's complaining, and I think that's why. Yep. Awesome. Well, that was easier than I thought it would be. I mean, it was hard, but I thought it would be harder. Okay, let me just explain it one more time, because that was kind of a lot, and I didn't talk that much while I was making it, or whatever. I talked a bit. Okay, so we have a new property here for, thank you, for if it should auto size. Because I use this full screen in a bunch of places, so I don't want it on all the time. Now what we're doing is we have a height constraint that we'll set on the collection view if we have this property on. Otherwise, it'll be nil. Now, when our content changes, this is like an internal thing. Don't have to worry about that. Basically, after that happens, we will force a layout pass, which maybe we don't need this. I'll check that in a second. And then update the height. So all we'll do is just set the height constraint to be the content size of the collection view. And I think it still scrolls, so I didn't do it correct yet. So we'll come back to that. But I think we just need some insets and stuff here, and this should be fine. I'm so sick of coughing. We'll also do it in layout subviews. I'm guessing this doesn't get called or doesn't change anything either, but if the height were to, or the width were to change, it would affect the height and it would update. So kind of cool. Let's fix the insets. And let's check if we need this. We might not. We do. Yeah, that's what I thought. Because the first time it runs, we don't have, the collection view isn't like on screen or anything, so it's 0. Okay. Okay, so here we have the height of the content view. And we'll need to add in, I think we can instead do collection view content layout guide dot. Yeah, let's try that. That should be what we want. Then we don't have to mess with insets, hopefully. Nope. I've never used this successfully. Frustrating. Let me just read about it real quick, because that's exactly what we want. Useless. Okay, fine. Okay. Jeez, sorry. This is going to be the collection view dot content inset dot top plus collection view dot content inset dot bottom. Put the plus on the next line. Maybe. Does it like that? Yeah, great. Are we off by, we're off by 1. I wonder if that's, no, because it's not, I was thinking to be like exactly the height of the safe area, but that's not it. I mean, I guess that's some safe areas. Let's see if that. I'm just guessing at this point, but we'll see if this does it. It would be nice if documentation had a little graphic for that. I agree. Still wrong. Okay. Let's see what the height actually is. Okay, so here height is 280. Okay, so all these n-sets are 0 is the problem, I think. But it shouldn't matter because the collection view is stretched. This should be... Does it work on a not 10 phone? I guess that can help us rule out if it's n-set stuff. Still wrong. Okay, so it's not that. I didn't think we needed these. Okay, why is it wrong by exactly 1 row? It doesn't make sense. Maybe it is some inset stuff. It shouldn't be. Breakpoint, and we'll figure it out. Okay. Okay, each one is 56 times, how many are there? Five, so that seems right. And we said our height is 280, so that's all fine. Are we just not laying out at the right size? Is this just not 280? This is a 2x screen, I think. So it's, what did I just select? 438 divided by 2. Yeah, it's just not drawing at 280. Okay, well, at least the math is right. We can carry on. Why is it not drawing at the right size? Maybe it's this stuff. That should matter, actually. That's only for if it's full screen, really, so that's not it. Yeah, I could have done this in the view debugger. That is definitely a better call than what I just did. Collection view. And then measure. Yeah, 220. Okay, so why it's not 280, I don't know. It's the whole view controller is the wrong size. So I wonder if it's the presentation controller sizing it wrong. Let's see. We'll just go over here. Yeah, so what are we getting here? It says it's 220. Presented view. Subviews.first. This should be the collection view. Nope. Huh. There's the collection view, which is also 220. So I wonder... Okay, so I think it's the panel. Okay. No, it's the Listview Controller. Sorry. Okay, so in update height, I'm just going to print. And then in view to layout subviews, oh, interesting. It changes. Look at that. Why does it do that? Maybe let's take this one out and see what happens. I bet it's going to work. Nope. Okay, so it's the second time it gets called. Why does it get called the second time? Let's find out. Okay, first time, I'm going to set the breakpoint. Next line. Great. Second time, this got called from rows did change. Where did this get called from? The first time we set it. So how was it 280 before? I need to start over. Okay, we set the rows, great, and we get rows did change, which calls layout if needed. Oh. Okay. We don't need this second one. Cool. Yeah, we don't need that one. Well, that means we need to set the data source up before we do anything. This might break. This might break some stuff. We'll see. No, this should be fine. This is fixing the thing I was worried about. Okay. Okay. That's what we want. Great. Okay. Cool. We did the thing. I don't know why setting it twice was breaking it, but I'm not worried about it. It's going to be fine. Okay. Yeah, to be honest, I don't fully understand what I just did. I mean, I don't fully understand why what I just did works, but here we are. Okay. So, yay, a panel. And now we can test it over here. Perfect. Okay, and let's also disable. Oh, geez. No, stop. Listview Controller on did set. Depending on when you set this in lifecycle, it won't work, but I'm okay with that. Disable scrolling while we're auto sizing. Great. Eventually, I want to make this like drag the panel, but we'll save that for another time because I'm gonna go to bed soon. Sweet. Well, it sort of did the thing. I need to add some like fake nav bars and stuff next, but look at that. It's starting to look like a panel. I guess that's super specific to this collection view, and eventually I'll need other content in here. But for now, I'm fine with it, and I can refactor this to be more generic or generalized down the road. Let's come back to my PR along iOS. Auto size content. Thanks, everyone. So I'm kind of feeling like I'm going to be done for now. Because I think this next bit is going to take some time, and I'm kind of getting tired. But maybe I'll stream some more another time. I plan to take tomorrow off work. We have a long weekends once a month, which I came up with. Pretty proud of that. So we just have like the second Friday or something like that of every month off, which is like kind of nice. So I got basically nothing done this week because I've just been feeling a little under the weather. But I was thinking about it while I was eating dinner. I was like, you know what? I'm going to stream this so I will force myself to stay on task. So thanks everyone for helping with that. Yeah, Kevin's like, I wish the maps thing would be like available from Apple. Totally. That's literally what I'm making. It's like if I think the Find My Friends one I think is my favorite, or Find My whatever. Maps it's probably the same one as Maps, but the Find My one has like more stuff going on. So kind of copying that approach. There's some similar things. Like if you look at Lyft, this is kind of my inspiration. Hello? Oh, it's only in the right now. Oh, there we go. Okay. Audio's back. My interface just died. That's cool. That once happened while I was playing music on stage. The thing just restarted. It's like, whoops. Well, not ideal. Anyway, I was saying, man, I need a better streaming setup if I'm going to do this more often. The Lyft one, when you tap it, it fades out the content, adjusts the height to the new content, and then fades it in. It's a really fast animation. I think it looks great. I didn't work on it. I think my friend Jeff made that. I'm not sure who, or probably like Michael or Keith. This is like a long time ago. Anyway, yeah, that's kind of the plan here. A bunch of these are going to have like navigation controllers. You can like dig into some stuff, change some things, and like close it. So for like editing, different things would be like, here's all the stuff you can edit, and then you can tap on it and go to the screen to like edit that specific piece of thing, or like close the whole panel. Is kind of the idea. So, yeah, that's what I'm gonna make next. So, fake navigation controller. What could go wrong? I also need to make sure that this change in the list thing didn't break the other places I use it. It probably broke some stuff, but it's fine. So, yeah. Yeah, thanks, Kevin. Yeah, maybe I'll stream some more during the week, sometime next week. Haven't decided if I'm keep doing this. If this was helpful to you or you liked it, feel free to say something in the chat, message me on Twitter, or like reply to my tweet with this link, or comment on YouTube if you're watching this after the fact. That'd be super cool. Sorry for all of the technical stream issues there for a bit. I will try to get better if I do this again. So, all right, everyone. Have a good night.